Hi everyone, I have finished my A6 Stalogy that I was using as my journal, and I have moved in to a new setup which I will go through, but I wanted to say a few words about the Stalogy. This is a notebook I've had for a really long time, and I've tried to use it for multiple things. You can see where I have taken out the first few pages. I don't know, it was probably like 20 pages or so, because once it didn't work out for one use, I took those pages out and archived them and left this book free to do something else with, which ended up becoming a journal. And I'm so happy that it finally got used. It got used up. And I know I say a lot of disparaging things about Stalogy paper, but all in all, it's a decent notebook. It's very well loved in the community, and there's good reason for that. For me, I think in 2020, I ended up getting into fountain pens like really heavily for the first time, really. So I have been experimenting with all the different kinds of inks and the different fountain pen nibs with different sizes and things like that. And I found for me that the Stalogy paper did not work well every single time. Like anytime I tried to combine a certain ink with a certain pen, I just found that the Stalogy paper only liked certain combinations. And for me, it has just become very important for a paper to work across the board as far as any fountain pen ink and pen combo and stuff like that. And that is a whole lot to ask of a paper, and there's really not that many papers that can perform that way and handle all of that. So I just want to give kudos to Stalogy for being a nice option, but just not the best option for what I am looking for. I am happy to be out of this. A lot of that is also to do with the size. This is an A6, and it's a square. You know I like my rectangles, so I'm really happy to be in this now. This is going to be hopefully really quick and simple because I've shown most of this already. This is a leather cover that I made. This is in the Maverick leather. I got it from Waterhouse Leather, and it's amazing. You can pick the thickness of the leather that you want, which is so nice. So this is the thinnest one they offer. And this is so thin, in fact, that when I first made this cover, I did not have any pockets inside. And what I found was when I had the closure on it, there was just such a lack of structure that it bent in so badly. And no matter how much I trained it, I could not get the leather to straighten out and hold itself against the elastic. So in the end, I added the sturdiest pieces of scrap that I could find. That's why this isn't so big. It's mostly as reinforcement. And once I added both of these pockets, it was performing perfectly. So it was doing what I wanted it to do. But the problem was I had not intended to put these pockets on the inside when I cut this piece and I put these strings in. So as you can see, the stitches do not go all the way across the spine because I didn't leave any room for stitches there. So I thought I was gonna have to scrap this piece, and that upset me so much because I love this piece, and it was yet another piece of the hide that I was saving for something special. So I figured, since I use matching stitching or matching thread anyway, that maybe I could get away with adding it in and stopping it right before these elastics here. And I am so happy with it because at first glance, I mean, I don't know, even if you're like really looking, you can't really tell that the stitches stop right here. And the stitches are completely in line with where these elastics are anyway, so it feels like a continuation. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that, and I'm happy that I didn't ruin this particular cut of leather. So all I ended up doing, because I just really wanted to get into this fast, I put this on the last string, and I did try it on the first string as well. So it was like this, but it does this where, I don't know, the string is too thick that it causes this to pop out like that. So I'm actually okay with it, like on just only on the last string. I thought about making a slip pocket insert to put it in, but honestly, I'm feeling okay about this, so I think I'm just gonna kind of roll with it. And I didn't want to make a separate, like a whole other leather cover just to fit this book, because honestly, I'm gonna use this one up, and then I have the second one that I bought, which I will use eventually, but I don't see myself ordering any more of these just because I have some other options that are like a little bit ahead of this. So I didn't want to kind of waste leather on a cover if I was only going to use this twice. And so anyway, so yeah, so I ended up using this one, which I had already made, and it's working out great. I love how it fits like just exactly in here. I like a really flush fit most of the time anyway. So, and I'm glad I'm finally getting to use this cover. I've been patiently waiting to get into this. So as you can see, I have, this is the Kuretake pen that the core you soak in a fountain pen ink of your choice, and then you put it in here. I have been loving this so much. I will put the video link below where I got this from Yoseka Stationery, and I filled this on camera. I don't know what it is about this, because by all accounts, it's really nothing special, but I have been finding myself reaching for this very frequently and using it all the time. I think one of the things that is really attractive to me is how lightweight this is. It almost feels like there's nothing in my hand. And yeah, so if I can ever find any more of these, I think I'll get like the 5-pack or something just to have and add different kinds of inks to. So I've just been putting it in this elastic right here. I'm still debating whether I want to cut that off or not, but I don't know. Well, I'll give it some time. So as far as this goes, I did decorate this on camera when I unboxed these notebooks. So I will have that linked below. This is the Archer and Olive standard size. I think they call it their traveler's size. And I love it. I love being back in this size. I swear, I would love any notebook in this size if I was coming out of anything else. It just feels like magical to me. So this I've already shown, and I did add this. So I put scrapbook paper on the inside here, and then I used my watercolors and a water brush to put my name here. And that is that. And then I went in and just started journaling. One of the things that I have been doing, and this is completely inspired by Anna at Girl and Quill. I will link the video below in particular that really gave me the inspiration for this. She has a notebook where she puts a whole bunch of magazine clippings in. Images that inspire her and images that she loves. She keeps them all in a specific notebook, and I so enjoyed watching her flip through that, and it was like a light bulb went off in my head. And then I decided I have tons of clippings, and I've had them for a really long time, and I thought I need to start doing that, and I can just incorporate that into whatever journal that I'm currently in. So I always battle with the idea of wasting paper or wasting space by covering it up with images and things like this. But there really isn't anything wrong with having a sort of break in writing in a journal like this, because it is all about you and all about what you like to see. So I love to have kind of photo breaks like this in my journal, and it makes it even more attractive for me. And when I'm flipping back through journals, I love looking at stuff like this. I think I've done this before, but never with the intention that this is something that I want to do frequently. So this is something I am trying to actively incorporate in here. So you can see I love having a full spread like this covering it up. I just feel such freedom allowing myself to do this and kind of giving myself permission to add like photo breaks like this into my journaling. And it makes me really happy, and I get to use things that I've been saving up for a long time. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that and kind of give Anna a shout out, because I had really needed to see that video of hers, and I am loving doing this now. But honestly, that is it. I've been keeping my journal setups incredibly simple, and it's probably because I have a lot of other books and setups that I work in, so I don't like to get too involved with everything in here. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you again soon. Bye.